All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're talking about a lawyer's new secret weapon, AI legal analytics. We're going to dig into how this tech helps legal pros get faster and, more importantly, a whole lot better at what they do. It's all about turning mountains of data into a real strategic advantage.
You know, the legal world is it's a flood of information, right? Precedents, rulings, endless documents. So what if you could just cut through all of that noise and get right to the good stuff, the insights that actually help you win? Well, that's exactly the promise of the technology we're looking at today. So here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll touch on the problem of data overload. Then we'll get into AI as your strategic edge, see it in action, and talk about how you can actually put it to work. Finally, we'll look at the partnership between lawyers and AI in this new data-driven world. Okay, first up, let's dive into a pain point that, well, if you're in the legal field, you know this one all too well. You're basically drowning in data. And the old way of doing things, sifting through all that stuff manually, it's not just slow, it's costing you.
And this really says it all, doesn't it? The old way means you're burning countless hours on research, often just relying on your gut, which, let's be honest, can leave you wide open to mistakes. But then you look at the AI-powered way. We're talking about turning weeks of work into mere minutes. We're replacing hunches with real, data-backed confidence. That's how you get a serious strategic edge.
So let's get into the solution here. We really have to stop thinking about AI as just another piece of software on your computer. It's a true game changer. It represents a fundamental shift in how legal strategy is even built in the first place.
So, what exactly is AI legal analytics? Well, think of it as technology that's built to chew through these huge legal data sets, to spot patterns and even predict what might happen. But here's the key part. Its whole purpose is to augment a lawyer's thinking. It's not about replacing you. It's about making you even better at your job.
And this really hits the nail on the head. The real prize here isn't just clawing back a few hours. It's about elevating your entire practice, making your argument sharper, your strategy smarter, and giving you a much better shot at winning for your client.
All right, enough theory. Let's make this real. We're going to walk through a hypothetical case just to see how these AI tools actually work in the wild and how they can deliver some pretty amazing results. Okay, so picture this. A surfboard shop in Australia sues its supplier over in California. It's a breach of contract case because they paid for 1,000 surfboards that just never showed up. Now, it sounds simple enough on the surface, right? But that whole cross-jurisdictional thing, that's where things can get real messy real fast. Now here's where the AI becomes your superpower. A human team could spend weeks, maybe even months, digging all this up. But an AI tool, it can instantly analyze precedents for that specific legal issue, pull the defendant's entire litigation history, spot trends in contract wording, and even see what people are saying about the supplier online. All of that in minutes. Literally minutes.
Okay, so that's one case. But how does this stuff actually help you and your practice, day in and day out? This is where we go beyond just one-off case strategy and start talking about boosting your firm's entire performance.
Imagine your dashboard showing you this. The AI has crunched the numbers from all your cases and benchmarked them, and whoa! It shows your success rate on motions to dismiss is at 45%. But your peers, they're hitting 65%. Now, this isn't about making you feel bad. This is powerful stuff. It's a flashing light telling you exactly where you can improve to become a much more effective litigator. Or how about this? Managing client expectations. Instead of just making an educated guess, the AI analyzes thousands of similar cases and gives you a probable settlement range. Boom! Just like that. You have a solid, data-backed number. You can go to your client with real confidence and walk into negotiations from a position of incredible strength.
So how do you actually start doing this? Well, the good news is you don't have to boil the ocean. The key is to just start small. Pick one area, like document review, where you can get a quick win. Then you got to invest in some training, and probably most important, you have to build a culture where people feel like they can try new things.
All right, now we have to tackle the elephant in the room, the fear, right? A lot of lawyers are worried, wondering, is AI coming for my job? But that is absolutely the wrong way to think about this. The real story here is about a powerful partnership, and this lays it out perfectly. Let the AI be the master of data crunching, pattern spotting, and all those repetitive tasks that eat up your day. Let it do the heavy lifting. Why? Because that frees you up to do what only a human lawyer can do. Apply nuanced judgment, connect with your client, get creative, and build a winning high-level strategy. The AI handles the what, so you can master the why and the how.
Of course, with all this data comes responsibility. Security is non-negotiable. But look, this is totally manageable. It just means you have to be smart. Pick vendors who take security seriously, do your homework before you sign anything, and keep up with the latest privacy rules.
And all of this leads us to what the future of law really looks like. It's a future that's absolutely built on data with the ultimate goal of getting better, more consistent, and more just outcomes for clients.
This timeline is where the rubber meets the road. It shows the payoff in a super complex real-world IP case. On day 1, AI research flagged key tendencies of the judge. By week 2, the entire strategy was built around those insights. That data even guided which expert witnesses to hire. The result? A favorable ruling and a huge damages award. That's not luck. That's a data-driven win. So, ultimately, it really just boils down to this. The legal profession is changing, and it's being driven by data. AI isn't some far-off, futuristic idea anymore. It's the key you need to navigate this new world and to stay ahead of the game. So as we wrap up, the big question isn't if the future of law is data-driven. We know it is. The real question is, how are you going to use it to win?